Hey YouTube, it's MIgardener, and I'm here today to show you guys my compost pile. Now it's a really key thing if you're going to be growing your own vegetables that you start your own compost pile. You know, there's just those night and day differences that compost makes in your garden, and it's a great way to actually give back to your garden, whether it's through just piling your garden scraps and letting them break down, or by taking lawn clippings or just leaves that you rake up and throwing in a pile. You can give back to your garden, and I think that's really key, because without giving nutrients back to the ground, there's no way for your plants to grow bigger for you and to produce more food for you. And I'm not saying that you need to turn it all the time. It needs to make a big habit of keeping up on it. It's not a kid. It can make itself. It's a natural ecosystem in itself, and I chose the lazy method of doing a cool composting pile, and I found it's a lot better than a hot composting pile. You don't get a whole lot of heat from it, but if you turn it every once in a while, you can definitely still get a pretty warm core inside of it and still keep it relatively cool so that other microorganisms can move in and kind of inhabit the compost pile. And I'll show you what I mean, so I'll bring you guys in close.
Alright, so as you can see with this compost pile, it's pretty much just a pile of food scraps, which is, I mean, anything that can break down, I just throw in here. I throw tomatoes in here. Yeah, people say you're going to get a lot of seeds, but it provides moisture, it rots down, it breaks down naturally, and when the springtime comes, I can simply just pull out the seedlings when they sprout. Now, if you look right here, this is the compost pile that I've been kind of brewing for a little while. There's bigger stuff like tomato stalks that won't break down for a while, but if you look in here, you'll see a lot of black and brown humus. This stuff I just recently turned, so it's going to take a while to break down. It's not a really quick process, but it's a slower process that actually is really healthy, because if you look at this soil right here, I'll bring you guys in super close to look at all of the different stuff going on in this soil. So as you guys can see, this is a really rich humus. There is absolutely no way, I mean, other than some like non-biodegradable scraps that got thrown in here, I mean, I cannot identify what this stuff is. It's warm to the touch, but it has like centipedes, and it has ants and worms, and it also has, all of those things that that come along with a hot compost pile, plus some things that don't really like it that warm, such as ants and different types of bacteria. And yeah, you don't get the mycorrhiza, that white bacterial growth, but I think it's way more natural this way, because it's cool, and in nature you don't have a big pile that heats up to a flame. I mean, it's not natural to be so hot. So I think that the natural way is way better, but both methods work, I will say. I just have tried both methods and can tell you that you really can't beat this type of soil. I mean, it's just rich and loose, and see, there's centipedes, and it's just rich with flora and fauna. So I just thought I'd show you guys really quick that.
And one of the main perks to having a compost pile is that you can throw your own food scraps in. And the reason why I chose to do a cool composting heap is because for people that don't have a whole lot of time on their hands, or don't really want to come out and turn it every 2 days and then re-wet it down and flip it and all that stuff, it can be more of a job. And usually things that become a job tend to really drain you of your energy for gardening. So sometimes the things that are really lazy that can help you in your garden sometimes are better, because it doesn't totally drain you of all your want and desire. Granted, some of the effort does kind of, the blood, sweat, and tears that come out in constantly maintaining something sometimes will give you better results in your mind. But to me, I really like the aspect that some things in gardening can be really hard work, and then some things can be really light work, such as this cool composting that can give you back almost the exact same results. And I choose to do things naturally because I like organic methods. However, if you want to, make a huge composting heap and add some compost accelerator and get it going like a blazing fire, that's really, that's fine if that's what you do. I'm just showing you what I do, and I have results to back it up. So, follow my method or blaze your own trail, because really that's the only way I see anything ever happening in the gardening world, is that people need to emulate. But then there's also certain things that I do, such as this cool composting pit. I can't even take credit for it because it's been done for so long, but I actually got the idea from working with nature, and he has a really great channel that that is all about just doing things the natural way, as natural as possible and as organic as possible, and he has amazing results. So I just thought I'd give them a quick shout out, because I truly need to give credit where credit's due, and it's been showing me great results as well. So I thought I'd show you guys the results and show you guys kind of how I've been composting for the past couple of years. So hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something, and as always, this is MIgardener reminding you to grow big or go home. Catch you guys later. See ya. Bye.
Oh, gosh, can't do that forever.